Evening all, Louise here with another episode of Straighten Your Crown Tarot. Right, I've not been on for a few days. I've been really busy with work and I've had issues with my hands, which I do get from time to time. They don't always work very well. So this is the first reading I've done in, I think, 3 days. So apologies for my absence. If you're not already subscribed, please do. Please hit the like button and the notification bell. All proceeds from my channel go to Blue Bellwood Children's Hospice, and each month when that money comes into my account, I do announce how much we have made, and we make money on this channel through people watching the video all the way through, sometimes sitting through some of the crazy adverts that they tend to show on my channel. And I have a core network of supporters that will literally put videos on and let them run, even if they're not interested in the content, which I will be forever grateful for you, and you know who you are. I do have members. Memberships are 99p a month. I don't always go on and do things specifically for members, and that's all to do with health and life permitting. But for members, there will be a live on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. So come along, the more the merrier. We'll do what we did last time. We'll use the pendulum and the pendulum board and any other questions that you have, either personal, political, or any questions you want to ask the tarot. Come along, it'd be nice to see you there. We tend to have a bit of a laugh now and again, and we just go with the flow and see what the members want to get out of that particular session. Right, this reading, it's actually quite a sad reading in a way. Well, it's not a sad read. I don't know what it's going to be yet till the cards come out. I want to have a little dive into the tarot cards because I personally have major concerns about the way that Parliament has gone in the last few days. What with the abortion vote and today's assisted dying third debate. I believe, after my meditation, that this is very, very clearly linked to depopulation. But here we have a conundrum. Because on the one hand, we're being told we need more people. We need more people to fill the jobs. We need people to look after the elderly and all this and other. So this is why we need immigration at such a huge scale. And dichotomously, if you like, on the other hand, they've just legalised infanticide, and they have now approved the assisted dying bill, which has had a lot of the safety mechanisms removed. I can see there being a lot of people shuffling off the mortal coil who shouldn't really be shuffling off the mortal coil. That bill has now gone off to the House of Lords. So on the one hand, we're depopulating through allowing anybody and everybody to make a plea to whoever to die. We have people now, women now able to get rid of their babies at 39 weeks and 6 days gestation, which it hurts my heart. And at the same time, we're encouraging children to chop off their genitals and sterilise them, and so that they can't have kids anyway. So it's like a three-pronged attack. Less babies being born. Infanticide is now legal, and anybody and everyone with any sort of health issue, mental health issue, can apply to die. So I think it's like this is a three-pronged attack against the population, while at the same time bringing in upwards of 1 million people legally into this country year on year. And that doesn't even account for the illegal migration. And after the Casey report, we know the problems that illegal migration is bringing to the country. So I just want to have a look at the tarot and see where we are, because it actually feels like we've got a satanic parliament. It's against God's law, whoever your God is. So I want to have a look at the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. I'm going to take one of those first. And the tarot tonight is the Thoth Tarot by Aleister Crowley. I know people don't like Aleister Crowley, but the cards are incredibly informative. I get a lot out of them intuitively. I get ever such a lot out of them. No, I don't know all the Kabbalah stuff. No, I don't know all the symbolism and cards. I get out of them what I get out of them. And I'm at an age now where I don't retain new information. I do know some things about Kabbalah. I do know some things about the 22 paths and the 10 worlds, if you like, the 3 domains. And I know how they interlink, but it would be a long video if I explained what I know as I went along, what Aleister Crowley was getting at. I think I once showed you the guidebook the big guidebook that goes along with the Thoth Tarot. You'd have to have a PhD. There is a famous bloke, I can't remember, is it Don Milo, somebody or other, who wrote the Thoth book, which explains the cards and the Kabbalah. And I think he's got a couple of videos up on YouTube where he's teaching people the Golden Dawn and all that kind of thing. So I'd head along over to one of his videos if you want to learn more about the Thoth Tarot. I think he's also quite connected to the Freemasons, and you can make your own mind up if you think that's satanic or not. But if you look at all tarot cards, they've all got some question. Somebody's always going to question them. We've got Stuck in the Mud, but it was in reverse. I'm not sure whether we have reversals in this deck, but I shall have a look. Number 24. Stuck in the Mud. 24. Yeah, we do have reversals, but I'm going to show it you in the upright. When this card is reversed, it reminds you that you're stuck due to your obstinate desire to get what you want. When and how you want it, perhaps it's uncomfortable to admit that the course of action you've chosen for yourself isn't right for you now. Even so, you have a choice. Oh my God, that ties in nicely to the last video I did about the gift of choice. You can struggle in the mud and get nowhere, or take a moment to observe where you are, then step out, wash away the dirt, dry off and find other things to do. A much better adventure awaits you. You will know when it's time to embark upon it. Actually, that's how I feel at the moment with all this stuff that's going on. I feel as though I need a salt bath. I need to wash. I need to wash this evil that seems to be coming thick and fast towards us. This abortion bill wasn't even debated. 46 minutes it took them to decide to make infanticide legal. 46 minutes. And years ago I was a nurse, and I have witnessed abortions beyond 20 weeks, and it's horrific. It's horrific. So what it's like after 39 weeks, it's murder. That's my opinion. There'll be a lot of people out there that will totally disagree with me, but like I say, we're getting rid of babies. We've now got the green light to go ahead and get rid of elderly and disabled people, who just, don't want to be here anymore. There's not enough safety nets for it. There's not enough security. There's not enough safeguarding. They've downgraded the safeguarding from the first and second readings. It's wide open to abuse. I can see there being court cases left, right and centre. And maybe it's just me being a drama queen, and that's why I want to look at the tarot cards. So let's have a look at the tarot. What are we looking at here with these three things that our government is pushing? The abortion bill, the assisted dying bill, and gender reassignment for young people. What are we looking at? Oh, I might be a bit wonky because it's first time well, it's not the first time, but it's the first time I've done a reading in 3 days, so my hands aren't used to the shuffle. What's happening with our population, please? We've got, that one came out first. Valor and gain. Oh, right. Valor, gain. I want 2 more, please. I don't know if any of you actually watched the debate before the adjustment. I don't know whether you watched the debate before the vote today in Parliament. I was actually working from home, so I had it on in the background. And there were 1 or 2 things that were said that actually troubled me quite a lot. Well, the whole thing troubles me, I have to admit. But 1 or 2 MPs that had their say, that had the chance to get up and say what they thought about this bill, were saying that the process of assisted dying is going to be contracted out, that people will make money out of this. Victory. So we've got the 7 of Wands, Valor, the 9 of Pentacles, gain, the 8 is the 8 in this deck is justice, and the 6 of Wands is victory. Let me just check that is justice. Where's me? Let's have a look. I think the 8 and the 11, because justice is normally the 11 in normal tarot cards, but I'm sure it's the 8 and the 11 that swap over in the yes, it is justice. Yeah, so that's justice and victory. So if we look at these 2 together, Valor and Discs, as I was saying, someone was saying that there's money to be made by big companies that are going to take the franchise for assisted dying, because the NHS is not equipped to do this. Also, where the abortion law is concerned, medical professionals can only do abortions up to 24 weeks. It's always been allowed to do an abortion up to full term, but there has to be exceptional circumstances, and that has to be like threat to life, and that has to go through a particularly it normally has to go through a particularly gruesome process. Medically speaking, that stays the same. But this abortion law is now saying that no woman who aborts a child after 24 weeks for no other reason than she's changed her mind and doesn't want to be pregnant anymore is not going to be prosecuted for infanticide. So we've got this valor. This is this. I'm seeing this as the feminist movement that's gone too far. This is only right that women, their body, their choice. This is what I'm hearing. My body, my choice here. It's the right thing to do. But underlying all of it is financial gain. This is where the abortion's concerned. This is also where the assisted dying bill's concerned, where the valor's concerned with the assisted dying. It's like it's the right thing to do. People don't want to see their loved ones die in pain. And yes, I get it. I've seen people die in pain. I absolutely get it. But there's an underlying, and the underlying is the gain. Now, we have a palliative system in this country that's inadequate. And this channel gives to a children's hospice that mainly relies on people's donations, because this government does not do very well with palliative care. And palliative care is very much a postcode lottery. It all depends on the services in your area as to what sort of palliative care you get. Rather than tightening up palliative care and making it brilliant everywhere, we're going, oh, yeah, but, maybe the best way to do this is to send a person a load of medication through the post and let them kill themselves. It's assisted suicide. So on the surface, we've got this notion that it's the right thing to do. Where gender reassignment's concerned, it's the right thing to do to affirm somebody, gender affirming care, to make them go through or allow them to go through horrific biological surgeries and horrific medications in order to make these people here feel as though they've done something worthwhile. This feels like virtue signalling. It really does. But in all three of these cases, there is money to be made. And in the background, we've got, aside from this, the other side, this seems like two sides of the argument. No, there'll be money made out of this. We can make money out of it. And at the same time, we're doing people a service. And at the other side, we've got people who want justice. We want truth, honesty, justice. We want people to be able to die with dignity. Yes, of course we do. We don't want unwanted babies to be basically torn apart through late-term abortions. We, if women don't want those babies, why don't you just have them and give them to so many people that are unable to have children? There's victory coming here. There's some success coming here with that. But it feels like also with this justice, it feels like we've got the courts intervening. So I'm wondering whether this is going to roll for a bit and then we're going to have some high court cases coming along, which restores the balance, restores sanity in a way, because this is insane. It's insane. If we've got issues with population, why aren't we offering women to stay at home and look after the children until the kids are 7 like they do in South Africa? Kids don't go to school till they're 7 in South Africa. The mums look after them. Luxembourg, women are paid to stay at home to look after the children. And they're paid money according to how many children they have. Why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we saying to the British population, right, we need more British people, start having babies, and we'll take care of you. We'll make sure that you don't have to live in squalor and poverty. It's just an idea. I know it's not perfect. I know it's not going to work for everyone. And it really ain't going to work for everyone, because there are some families that have like 14 kids and they'll just keep popping children out because the state pays for them. But, there has to be checks and balances. Death. There's endings coming to this virtue signalling. There's an ending coming. And it's got something to do with the court. I think there's going to be a huge challenge. I mean, I know this assisted dying bill, if it's got to go to the Lords. The Lords have to scrutinise it. They don't have to. They will put right, or they'll seek to put right what's wrong with the bill, and then they'll throw it back to Parliament. And if you remember, they did that with the Brexit bill. You know, when none of that. The House couldn't decide, so they chucked it back to the Lords, and then the Lords didn't like it, so then they said no and chucked it back, and it was backwards and forwards for years. So there might be something like that going on. We've got the Hermit in reverse, we've got the Six of Cups, we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, one more, and we've got the Princess of Discs in reverse. Right, so let's take this. So we've got this virtue signalling. This on the outside, it's wonderful. We're doing all these lovely things for people. We're allowing women to kill the children. We're allowing people who just should be looked after to just go away and die. At the same time, some big corporation's going to make a huge amount of money, and along comes death. There's an ending to that. It has something to do with the Lady Justice. And then we have the Hermit in reverse, between gain and justice. Between the Nine of Pentacles and justice, we've got the Hermit in reverse. Now, the Hermit normally goes within and is quiet and contemplative. We've got the Hermit coming out of his shell. And all I'm seeing in this card is this middle diamond, this light, it feels like... it feels like, right, look at this card. If you look really closely at the card, going up the Hermit's leg is a sperm. And then here we've got like an egg. Now, no, the Hermit isn't doing anything dodgy. I think what I'm seeing in this is the Hermit in the upright is cultivating an idea, starting to gestate an idea. But it's in reverse. I'm seeing that this all these ideas about making money and doing these new things, this infanticide, I think this is going to spark with the gain and the justice. This is going to spark an outing, if you like. Nothing new is going to come from this. Nothing exciting is going to come from this. There's nothing creative going to come from this. I'm seeing this is going to go through the courts and going to be a bit of an ending. And then between the adjustment, the Justice card and the Six of Wands, victory, we've got pleasure, the Six of Cups. Six of Cups often talks about nostalgia, the good old days. This feels like at some point, we're going to return to balance. We're going to go back to the old morals. It feels like this is a moral question through the court. And all these newfangled progressive ideas are going to be outed for what they are. It's just virtue signalling, money-making ventures for big corporations that are being pushed in order to brainwash people into particular schools of thought, if you like. I think we're going to go back to old school. And then between death and the Hermit, notice here, by the way, we've got 1, 2, 3 major cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4 major cards. Because then we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I'll show it you in the upright. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of fate. It's like a roulette wheel. It's like a gamble, taking a gamble. There's no more gambles going to be put on this, on these 3 issues, and I see it as a 3 issue. And we've got 13 death, which death is ending, signaling new beginnings. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. You know when you want to sneeze and it's coming on for ages? It stops you talking. That's no good. It's not a bad thing stopping me talking, because I can rabbit on. Talk a glass eye to sleep, me. So we've got this Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10. Endings. This isn't quite over yet, though. There's something that halts. It feels like the court is going to halt things. There's going to be a return to morality and the old way of doing things, old-fashioned morals and manners. And it feels like there's a push to do that. But then this pushback, there's going to be pushback to going, oh, how am I going to say this then? Okay, so what I'm seeing is the court putting the foot down, reminding people of who we are and where we come from and our British moral values, all that kind of thing. And it feels like on the surface there's some sigh of relief, if you like, that we are going to go back to the sort of world that we knew. You know, when he said please and thank you, and people didn't kick people's doors in and just walk into people's shops and nick things and it'd be all right. You know, good old-fashioned values where life was sacred. And all that, but there's this Wheel of Fortune, which it would normally end things, but it's not. It's not ending because there's a pushback. It's going to be a tussle, this. And then we've got the Princess of Discs. And I believe the Princess of Discs is the king in this deck. And I'm seeing this princess, even if it isn't the king, as a king right now. Now, in the upright, the princess, the king of Pentacles, would be someone who is very businesslike, very astute, got good control over finances, really good with all the earthly things, all the things we need to survive. But it's then goes into reverse. So it feels like there's a loss of control over all the things, all the worldly things, safety and security. I see the King of Pentacles as the root chakra, which is the center for safety and security, and also the sacral chakra, which would be the digestion. So I'm seeing there's a lack of control of all things we need to survive because of this pushback. What does that mean? Right. The middle card here. Right, I've been told to go back to the middle card, which is the central card to the whole reading. This Hermit. What's this Hermit then? Come on. What am I missing from this Hermit? Eight of Cups. Right, indolence. The Eight of Cups is walking away. Walking away. This Hermit has come out of his shell. There isn't going to be an ending to this because there's pushback. There's going to be an issue about life and safety and security. Lost the handle on safety and security. And then we've got walking away. Right, okay. I think the Labour Party is going to walk away from its duty. It's 4 years. I actually see that. as the Labour Party giving up. I think the situation's got out of control. The situation has got way, way out of control. They haven't managed to get a handle on it. This madness around this three-pronged attack on life. There's going to be a huge court case over it, but no matter that there is going to be a court case, and a lot of things are going to be exposed, but people are going to what I'm seeing is this: things are going to be exposed. Oops, let's just cover it up and carry on anyway. And as a consequence, a lot of people are going to give up and walk away. In politics. But the fight will go on, because we've got death here, and death signals a new beginning, and the hermit has to turn around at some point. Let me get another deck. What deck shall I use? I've got to be careful what deck I use. I'll get the first one to hand, which is the Lightseers Tarot by Chris Ann. I'm just going to do 3 cards. Somebody, I can't remember who it was now, told me to put talcum powder on these cards so they didn't stick together, and I haven't bloody done it. I meant to do it earlier and I got waylaid, so these might stick together. What's going off with this three-pronged attack? And it really is a three-pronged attack on life. And but there are a lot of people out there that won't have any of it. There'll be people that won't go to the doctor if they feel poorly. There'll be people who just will bypass the medical profession altogether. We have 4 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. So, I mean, the outcome with these 3 cards is quite good. In fact, it's really good. The 4 of Wands is a celebration, usually a marriage or a christening, or it's the 1111 card, 1111. It's the 1111 card. It's a portal to walk through. There seems to be a portal on that tambourine. I don't know why I'm seeing a portal there. This is harmony, foundations being set. 4s are about foundations. And then we've got this 8 of Wands. It's like a spark of a flurry of activity, travel, messages, information, and the Ace of Swords, truth. But are we going to restore life, the sanctity? Are we going to restore the sanctity of life in the United Kingdom? Are we going to restore, oh, Golden Bennett, are we going to restore the sanctity of life in Britain? Will the sanctity of life be restored? You know, if the king, if this assisted dying bill goes through, if the king signs this abortion thing and this assisted dying bill, if he signs off on them, you do realise, don't you, that he will have abdicated? In English law, he's abdicated. We've got the 3 of Cups. Yeah. We've got, the 3 of Cups is a celebration. It's coming together. It's collaboration. It's working together. It's loving everybody. It's being close. This 3 of Cups is about remembering who we are. You know, we've got this celebration, this flurry of activity, the truth coming out, and people coming back to who they really are and forgetting all this. This is brainwashing, and it's all to do with money. This hermit will then turn the right way around. Right, and I've literally forgotten everything that I've said now. So I'm just going to put it out there and hope that it's a decent reading. So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, click the notification bell, comment. It all helps the channel. I'm off and I will see you tomorrow. And members, don't forget, I'm doing a live at 7 on Sunday evening. And I shall see you all soon. Take care. Ta-ra.